Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Good evening everyone and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. I went out to get my tripod, and before I go back out, I'm gonna do a little bit of harvesting today. And so before I go out there, I wanted to show you. Well, I said I was going to harvest the first set of herbs, and I found out, yep, my dehydrator right here, it does not have a setting on it, so I can't dehydrate the herbs like I had wanted to do, because you have to have it at least 195 so that you don't take the minerals and all that out of it. Although this says that it maintains it, I just don't believe it, because from the tutorials that I've seen, it said that unless it's at 195 and no higher, you will not preserve the nutrients in the herbs, nor the flavor. So therefore, I'm not going to take my chances. Now, I'll dehydrate other things. And I did get a recipe for dehydrating ground cherries, y'all. Remember last year, they molded on me. I had only dehydrated them for 6 hours. You're supposed to dehydrate them for 24 hours. That was my mistake. That's why they molded after I put them in the mason jar. So at least I can get that done this year. So I'm going to probably do the herbs on tomorrow. And I think what I'm going to do is put them in the oven on a cookie sheet and just dry them in the oven. And I'll just set my oven at 195. Then that way I know I'm safe. Because I do want to start my herb seasoning mix. I want to get them crushed up and all that turned into a powder so that I can get a seasoning out of them. And before we go outside, I want to show y'all my new dress, y'all. It's not a dress, but my sister is they have these new popular moo-moo parties where you come dressed in a moo-moo and all that stuff. So I ordered one for her party, which will be later this summer. And because I love the 70s, mid-century modern, and hippies and all that, I ended up ordering this. And it arrived on today. And when I tell you I love it, and it turns out to be a name brand from the late 60s, well, from the 50s all the way through the mid-70s. So this one is from either, the seller said 1969 or 1970, but there's the name, Rhapsody by Glacier. That is the top name. These things have been running like 200. When I looked at them online and researched it, 200 and above, okay? You can find a few cheaper ones, but I paid only 20 for mine. The lady didn't know what she had. And when I tell you this material, I can't even begin to tell you how nicely this feels. And the pleats, that's what drew me to it. I didn't particularly like the design. I like hippie stuff like the peace sign and all that stuff. But the flowers, whatever. But what spoke to me were the pleats in it. It's pleated from the neck all the way down to the feet, because this thing goes to my feet. And so I fell in love with it when I saw it. And the color, the camera does not do the color justice. It looks gray, but it's actually a purplish gray. So it's beautiful, and it brings out the flowers, or the flowers bring out the color in it. So I'm going to enjoy that. And you all will see the party, because y'all know I'm going to be filming while there. And it fits perfectly. It has a beautiful drape. I just felt so elegant in it with my ugly self. Let me stop. Okay, so let's get on outside so I can get to this harvest real quick. And we're going to look at the plants. And yes, it's just started raining. So that's why I didn't do any watering today, because it's been cloudy all day and it's just starting to rain. I can feel the drops on my skin. But nothing stressed. That's what surprised me. So the peppers are still standing tall, because they would have fallen over. Let's pull this back a little bit, because I haven't done that today, but I did peek. And these middle ones, the ones I told you I didn't know what they were right here, the ones with the flowers all of a sudden, because they did not have flowers until today. Those are cubanelles. So I have the sweet banana right here, and they're doing good. None of them stressed. I have the Cuba nails. Even the leaves are looking better, even with the holes. Y'all know I've got the Jimmy Nardellos, and this one down here, I told y'all what it was yesterday and I forgot. Golly, it's on the tip of my tongue too. It's two of them. Oh, the sweet cherries. The sweet cherries. So everything just pretty much took off. Peppers do a lot better outside, and I've always grown them outside in the past. This was the first year I attempted growing them in the greenhouse. I thought they would do pretty good in there, but obviously not. They need air. Okay, the green beans, we're not going to uncover that, but they're doing really, really well. And through the thing, in fact, I will lift it up a little bit. You can see where I have new flowers that have come on just since yesterday. So I'm very, very pleased that my decision was a wise one. Sometimes plants just need to be outside, even the eggplants. Although these was already outside, but when I separated them and put them in their own crate like I've always grown them, look at the new growth, y'all. Right there and right there. Next will be the flowers. Okay, crowder peas, same thing. Brought them outside. I did that after the video, and look at them standing tall, doing good, starting to vine. Although these are top pick crowder peas, but they still vine up a little bit, but they won't vine to the point where they need a trellis, and I need to get that cleaned out for the potato harvest. Okay, patty pans looking good, but what I brought you out to see, my new cucumbers that I bought the other day already has a flower. It's a male, but it's a flower. And then that one's developing a flower. Let's zoom it in. Right there, that little yellow speck that you see. So hopefully that's a female. And this rain is going to do every one of these plants some good, with the exception of my potatoes. But the potatoes are dry. I've had 2 days to get that hay turned over to where it wouldn't be wet. So good. They'll withstand today. I think I'm gonna make it until the middle of July with the potatoes. I'll just keep a beady eye on them. Even my raspberry, look at the plant, y'all. It just took off out here. It's telling me thank you for getting me from beside that doggone bench where I was crowded in. Even the raspberries have gotten bigger overnight. Isn't that amazing? And I have one about to ripen here. That is just totally amazing. And I'm loaded, so I'm gonna be keeping my eye on this plant for sure, so that I can get me a good harvest of raspberries, and I have more, even more coming in. Oh, it's gonna keep producing all summer, as I learned last year, so I can't cut it. So I'll slide it back a little bit and let it do its thing. Okay. The Korean melon. I don't know if you see that. I've got a melon getting ready to come on that, and it seems to be doing very well. Look how tall it's getting. And even the diva cucumber, y'all. Flower number 1, and it's a boy. Flower number 2 is also a boy, I think. Hold on, let me look here. Hold on, because there's a third flower down there. That's a boy. This one right here, yep, another boy. So I'ma just let it go and let it flower and see what it does. And believe me, I will be counting the cucumbers that I get off of that, if any. And of course, the mighty sunflower. This one doesn't look too good. See how dull it is? The color. See how yellow and vibrant this one is? And this one is kind of dull, unless it's going to be a different color. We'll find out soon enough. But it feels healthy. It feels healthy. So we'll see. But I'm loving that one. And even the blackberry plant is doing good. Perhaps I may have gotten some blackberries this year if I had left it out of the greenhouse. I don't know. Because it did bloom for me. Y'all saw that. And booger, haven't seen no signs of him. Okay, y'all, I decided to go on and plant out the cauliflower after all. I just couldn't bear throwing it in the compost bin. That's the only plant that's looking kind of crazy over here. I opened that one back up, and we'll see what happens with it and what this rain does. And look at here, y'all. The borage has bloomed. The borage has bloomed. And then my new pepper, it bloomed. And I forgot what these are. I really did. I don't care. I know they're sweet. So they're blooming. Everything, the peppers, they just needed to be brought out. Look closely at the cucumber. In fact, I'm getting ready to help it along to trellis it. In fact, I'm gonna walk over there. Look at there. That one has a bloom too. So all 3 cucumbers that I purchased the other day that were half dead have bloomed. Every last one of them. So let's walk over here and let's get this cucumber, help him along to this trellis. He's not ready yet. He'll get there. But, oh, 2 blooms. 2 blooms coming on this one. And of course, they're male. Yeah, I think these plants have been modified. Look at there. There's a bloom on this yellow. This is a sweet yellow banana pepper. Even got a new bloom on that. I'm telling you, this keyhole garden, it might be ugly, junky, and look crazy. And I forgot what that is next to the blueberry. It's something I stuck in there. I can't remember. But the point is, this thing does what it's supposed to do. And I meant to tell y'all, I ran into the brick man the other day. Remember I told y'all that if I saw him outside with those thousands of bricks that I saw in his backyard, that I would ask him about the bricks and see what he says? Well, I saw him. He was right out there. I stopped my car and I asked him, and he looked at me and started laughing. He was like, I'm so sorry. He's like, these bricks. He was like, I know they've been there a while. He said, but he said, there are plans for the bricks. He said, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. He said, you're not the only one who has asked me about those bricks. I was like, okay. I was like, but now if you ever decide to sell them, let me know. And so he started laughing. He was like, no, I have a project plan. Actually, he's getting some work done on his house. And he's probably waiting until that's complete, until he starts with the bricks. And then even my marshmallow plant. See how it's starting to take off in here? Now, there it is. Okay, now let's head into the greenhouse, y'all. And even some things have happened in there. Scotch bonnet. Okay, Robert, I know you got your brothers here, so you probably not online, but look at there. Just overnight, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm seeing 6 blooms on this hot Scotch bonnet and a pepper. I'm so thrilled, y'all. I feel as if I have a garden now. Okay, now, and I hear the rain. What did I want to show y'all in here? I did catch a little baby slug there. That's what it looks like. Nothing's in the other one. I'm gonna harvest squash flowers and a couple of squash leaves today to put with my chicken. I still have leftover chicken from the other day. So, and I'm out of my veggies, so I'm just going to chop up these squash flowers and a couple of squash leaves to the upper room, Goodbye. Okay, so I'm starting to get Korean melon blossoms. By next week, we should see some flowers. I think by separating some of these plants out of here that weren't doing too well, I truly believe that it increased the airflow in here. And I'm heating it up a little bit. I closed 3 windows on today, and those are the windows where my netting thing, my chicken wire had fallen off. So I closed that. I closed this window over here, and I closed the one over there. The chicken wire had fallen down. I have to get some more tape. So I just closed them so that no animal will come into this greenhouse. The rest of them are okay. And it heated it up a little bit because today isn't that hot at all. And so it's, what, 65 in here right now. So outside it's probably about the same, I would think. Or it might be a little lower. I got my first San Marzano, so my first and second, there's one next to it. Uh-oh, let me zoom back out. Here's one right here, and there's one right there. I'm not focused well, but I'm happy to see my San Marzano's coming in, and I have more flowers on it. So I can truly, oh, here's another one, my other San Marzano. So I better learn a recipe real quick here. Ooh, and I've got a tomato on this plant. Now I can't remember what this plant is. It was full of flowers, but this is my first tomato on it. Right, hold on. Right there. There it is. Things are happening, y'all. Things are happening on the Que-stead. And then, of course, my cherry tomatoes are coming along real good. And I still have flowers coming. So, I feel successful now. At first, I wasn't knowing what was going to happen. And let's put this up to my heart. It has finally reached the heart. I want those tentacles to grab around this heart. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it. We'll start it right there. There it is. Okay, now it will begin to climb this heart and go on up. I'm thankful. I should take this outside, but I'm going to keep it in here because I want my Korean melon. If things go awry, then I will move it outside. Okay, yeah. This stuff is about the boat. In fact, let me pull some of these tops off just in case. I need to get some of these herbs out of here, particularly the basil, the oregano, the sage, and then I'm going to cut some of this thyme. I'm going to cut all these down to the nub, and that way I can do my first harvest, and then the rest will grow in. Some of the stuff is starting to kind of, turn bad at the bottom anyway. So I want to get, and look at this, y'all. Y'all saw when I harvested that a couple of weeks ago. It'll be ready again soon, as well as that lettuce. I cut that lettuce to the nub. It's looking nasty, but that's okay. Okra is taking off. I have a jambalaya that has taken off, 2 of them. And in this one, I have a white okra that's taking off. That's all I want. 1 plant is enough. I planted many, but only 1 survived, and 2 of the jambalaya okra survived. But thank you. Thank you, thank you. All I want is a few. Okay, what else? It was something else that I saw in here, and I can't remember. Cherry trees are even happy that I moved that blackberry plant. See the new leaves on the baby cherry tree? This is the dwarf. And then the other one, it has really bounced back from when it was attacked. It's even growing in here. Look at there. This is a whole new branch right here. Look at it. Yep. Got another new branch over there. Strawberries. I'm going to get these. I'm going to transfer because I noticed that I've got the white pine. The other one is called Ozark. The Ozark ones, they're alive in there, but they're not growing. They need to be in its own little container. So I'm going to put those in with the pink raspberries. I'm going to do that tomorrow delicately. And look, another runner coming out. So now I've got 3 new runners. And then I'm going to transfer this mother plant from the white pine into its own crate. I'm going to start splitting them up. And then next year, they will go in the table that I'm going to put in here. I said I was going to stick the table here, but I think I'm going to stick the table right here in this corner. I think that would be a good spot for my strawberries, and they will have room to drape and everything and run. Yep. And then y'all know the other day I cut the mojito mint as well as the other mint. Look at the new leaves on the spearmint just since I cut it. And look at the mojito mint. It's starting to bush out just since I cut it the other day. And this one has just about reached the top. I'm not going to cut it anymore for like another month, but I want it to bush out as much as it can, and it's doing exactly what I've wanted it to do. And look at here, strawberries coming along right here. I've got 2 of them. I'm just waiting on them to turn pink, and they're starting to turn pink. I'm very thankful. And I've got new strawberries coming. I might not get many, but I'm just happy to be getting some this year. My sister was telling me the other day, she was like, I never get strawberries. And I told her they need to be in something larger. She has them in a teeny tiny thing. You may have seen them when I did her garden tour. I told her, you need to move it out of that and move it into something bigger. I said, even a crate. I said, and then she said, because all I've gotten is runners. I said, take those runners, move it to a crate, move the strawberries to a crate. I said, and then propagate your runners. I said, and if you can't, oh Lord, my strawberry's dying. I'm about to kill it again, y'all. I didn't see where that water had evaporated in there. Look at that. Hold on, let me get my emergency water. And I've got rainwater. All this in this bucket is rainwater, every bit of that. And I'm going to start using it soon. But in the meantime, in fact, I will get some of that rainwater. Hold on, y'all. Got my little cup. Let's dip it. Yeah, this is all rainwater. So that goes to show how much rain we've gotten in the past week here. Okay, let me get this field. Okay, there we go. Yeah, all of them really need some water. And see, this one was dying as a result. Look at there. No, I can't lose a strawberry. It'll come back tonight. So anyway, but look at those roots, y'all. So tomorrow is the day that those are going to be planted out. Can't wait any longer. Yep, can't wait any longer. So I'll get a crate filled with the black cow manure, and I'll get some amended soil, get everything amended, and then I will get the strawberries planted, and I'm going to separate the Ozark to this one right here so that they can grow a little bit, and then the white pines down there, I think I'm just gonna leave this one in here, but I'll get those runners out tomorrow and get those, except for that little one coming in, and get those started. But pretty soon I'm gonna have to move that mother plant. I just don't want to mess it up. Okay, I'm at 22 minutes and I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get to getting my harvest, and then I'm gonna get in, and I have some catching up to do, y'all. I haven't watched y'all videos yet. I watched some of them yesterday, and I haven't watched any of today's. I will be doing that this evening because it's raining. So I will respond to you accordingly. And it was something else that I had to tell you that I cannot remember, but it'll come to me eventually. Yep. So yeah, I'm very excited about the progress now here in the garden with the plants. They're looking better, much better. All of them are. And then the ones outside have really, in just one day's time, thrown me for a loop. I didn't think I would get improvement that quickly with those plants. Okay, you guys. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. See you this evening, because once you see this video, it'll be a lot later than what it is now. It's just now 5 o'clock. Bye-bye.